Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we got a few watches. A little bit slow of a Thursday, to be honest, this morning. There's CHEK. You can see here it is gapping up from 487 to 525 with a high of pre-market and after hours of around $6, just under $6. It had a lot of resistance at 6, so keeping an eye on that. There's JNCE. Watching this one for a continuation short under 1138. See if it can drop under there, fall back down to maybe 11 or 10. Watching BLNK, excuse me, watching BLNK today. You can see this one had another big volume spike this morning. I'm guessing they came out with another press release. And so watching this one, I don't know how I necessarily feel about it. I feel like it's getting pumped up some. But hey, I don't know the company well enough, so it may be doing good. Seadrill is another one I'm watching, SDRL. You can see it's gapping up from 46 cents to 53 cents. Keeping an eye on WWE, gapping up from 43.50 to 48. Looking at it maybe for a potential short, we'll see. Watching FTK here, you can see FTK in WWE. Keep an eye on those. BDSI, small gap. Don't know how I feel about it. The only thing I'd like to do is get in for a long maybe, but we'll see what it does at the open. Watching Cisco, CSCO. You can see watching this one for a continuation short under 43, maybe a rebound over 43.50 as well. So we'll see which way this one goes. Not quite sure how I want to go with that one. NOG is another one I'm watching. Small gap, but it's a big floater. So we'll watch it, see what it does, see if it can break 250. And then the last one is HYUA. Watching this one over 24, really over this 23.57 high right here. And so yeah, that's my watch list this morning. Let's see if any of these are actually tradable. Yeah, Randy, I finally got it to put my liability statement out there, man. It's better than saying it over and over again. Good morning, the best. All right, so let's see if any of these are actually tradable. I think CHEK should be. I remember it being tradable previously. Yeah, CHEK is tradable. JNCE is tradable. BLNK is tradable. Seadrill is tradable. A 53-cent stock that's tradable. It's always good to see. WWE is tradable. FTK is tradable. Man, BDSI messing up my all-day trades, man. Everything was tradable. I think everything's tradable except for BDSI. CSCO is tradable. Cisco. NOG. Man, NOG's a high floater. It should be tradable. Man, all right, so 3 out of 10 are not tradable. Everything else is tradable this morning, and so that's not too bad. A majority of stocks are tradable this morning. Yeah, BLNK pushing up again. Good morning, Best, Dog, Salty, 7, Mitch. Yeah, Mitch, hey man, I messaged you on Facebook. Message me back, man. Let me know. CMEG? Never heard of it, Mitch. I'll have to check it out. That's rough, dog. Yeah, I didn't expect BLNK to push up either. You know, I think this one's just extended, but I'm guessing another press release came out. You can see how much, I mean, this one's just a pump, you know. You can see, look at this one. It goes from 17 cents. This may have been a split. I hope it was a split. I hope it wasn't just a pump. But it goes from 17 cents to 10.50 up to 12.50, back down to 4, back up to 15, back down to 161, and then back up to 7.19. So this is acting eerily similar to LFIN, you know. This is what LFIN did. And so the biggest concern I have with BLNK is it getting halted and never resuming. You know. But who knows? I'll have to look to see if there's a press release that came out for BLNK. Watching Seadrill as well, can't talk as well. It's very rare that I can trade a sub-dollar stock on TradeNet. And you can see I can trade Seadrill, SDRL, which is a 53-cent stock. And so that looks interesting. May jump in with a few hundred shares. Try to take advantage of a move here. And so let's look up the news on some of these stocks. You can see CHEK is crashing down now. Don't like it as much now. I really liked it. Watching it under 5 for a short and really under this 487 closing price from yesterday. If it can break under here, I like shorting it down to this 460, 450 level. And so we'll see what CHEK can do. I think it may bounce though, just because it's almost break even with where it closed. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know why he did it, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Like BLNK, it could be a legitimate company. You know, it could be legit. I just don't know. I just know it seems pretty pumpish. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the daily chart, you know, I mean, you can't really deny that this looks like a pump. You know, I don't really like to. Everything's just my opinion. I don't really know. But for a stock to go from 17 to 10 to 12 back down to 4, back up to 15, back down to 130, and back up to 8 in a day, or in, let's see, half a year. You know, it's a little crazy. You can't really deny how crazy that is. All right, so let's look up the news for some of these. I guess I'll start off with BLNK. All right, so here's BLNK. I don't really see anything today. Yeah, I don't really see anything today. Not really much. It had that press release that came out yesterday in pre-market, but that's the only thing I really see for this one. So moving on to CHEK. All right, so CHEK is first quarter results. It's a first quarter loss. 127 per share. All right, it says check cap posts narrower quarter one earnings loss, wider adjusted loss. Check cap, a medical diagnostics company, is up more than 9% in pre-market activity Thursday as it posted a quarter one loss of 1.27 per diluted share, narrower than the loss of 194 per share a year ago. Two analysts polled by Capital IQ expected a loss of 168 per share for the quarter. And so the company posted a quarter one adjusted loss of $2.5 million compared with $2.4 million for the same period in 2017. And so per share loss is a little bit better than last year. That's why it's gapping up some, but it's actually the quarter one adjusted loss is actually more compared with last year, and so that may be why it's kind of pulling back some here. We'll see what happens. You know, it's still a quarter one loss. So we'll see what happens with CHEK. Next one I'm looking at is JNCE here. You can see it's gapping down from 1767 to 1175. So let's see what this one's doing. All right, so it says Wells Fargo downgrades Jounce Therapeutics, which is JNCE, to a market perform from outperform. Analyst average rating on JNCE is a buy with a price target of $32. So that's a big drop, but it was a changed analyst rating for JNCE. All right, so next one I'm looking at is Seadrill SDRL. Nothing really out on Seadrill. So that's interesting. I'll keep an eye on it. Watching WWE. I didn't know WWE was even public, honestly. I mean, I don't really find anything that's out, except for a research report identifies Armstrong World Industries, Empire State Realty Trust, Alder Biopharmaceuticals, Cadence, World Wrestling Entertainment, and Cato with renewed outlook, fundamental analysis, calculating forward movement. So a new study that suggested WWE and a bunch of other stocks came out, and I guess that's why it's gapping up. I mean, let's look at these other stocks that it's talking about. ALDR. Yeah, it's gapping up some. AWI. Not really moving. ESRT. Not really moving. CADE. Cato. Yeah, WWE is the only one that's really getting a reaction like this. Interesting. Alright, so moving on to FTK, gapping up some. No news on FTK, nothing I can see out for it now. BDSI. Biodelivery shares jump on agreement with Broadfin Capital on plan to strengthen business, reconstitute board. Biodelivery Sciences International, which is BDSI, shares jumped 18% in pre-market trading on Thursday after the specialty pharmaceutical company said it has agreed with an affiliate of Broadfin Capital, a large shareholder, on a comprehensive plan to strengthen Biodelivery's financial position and reconstitute its board. Signed a deal with another company, which is pretty good for BDSI. We'll see. Gonna watch it on Robinhood, see if it can move some. CSCO, big gap down. Cisco is a pretty popular brand. I believe this is like a wireless router company, if I remember correctly. I think I've had some of their routers before. MW Cisco stock drops 4% pre-market after Q3 results late Wednesday afternoon. And so it looks like bad results for Cisco, CSCO. That's why it's ultimately gapping down some. Looking at NOG here. I think a lot of the tech stocks, let's look at Microsoft. No. Facebook. We'll see. Looking at NOG now, NOG. Let's see, press release, S and PGR downgrades Northern Oil and Gas to SD, debt rating to D. Alright, so yeah, they lowered the rating on NOG. That's ultimately why it's down. Last one I'm looking at is HUYA. Alright, so HUYA announces full exercise of over-allotment option and initial public offering. Let's see, a leading game live streaming platform in China, HUYA, today announced that underwriters of the company's initial public offering have exercised their over-allotment option in full to purchase an additional 2,250,000 American depository shares from the company at the IPO price of $12 per ADS. So it looks like it's a public offering. Alright, so that's everything right now. I'm still kind of looking to see what I can find. Let me know if you guys see anything you think I should add to my watch list. Let me catch up with the chat. Yeah, I was watching JC Penney as well, Pierre. It's gapping down some, I remember. So keep an eye on this one under 260, but I do like that one as well. Very obvious low at 260. The only thing that's kind of stopping me is that I think it may bounce at 250, so it kind of be a tough short. You could only get maybe 10 cents out of it if it breaks under 260, but we'll see. Yeah, CDRL looks okay. Small gap, not a small gap actually. It's actually a decent sized gap relative to the price of the stock. What's up, unknowns? No worries, man. Welcome, man. You must work night shifts, unknowns, unless you live overseas. Sonic, was that a serious post by you? Sonic Max posting a serious post telling me to look at BLRX. Wow, man. I don't know how to feel about that, Sonic. Are you okay, man? The neighborhood troll posted a serious post. Wow. Yeah, Seadrill has no news out on it, man. Oh yeah, JNC East for sure on my watch list. Dylan. Okay. Dairy farmer. Okay. Alright, WWE starting to spike here. A little bit more. You can see it's up to 49.50. Makes me wonder why this is really moving. If anybody knows why WWE is really moving like this, let me know. Good morning, Andrew. TGA. No volume. Very, very low volume. Dog, you always fight with Sonic, man. Alright, so CHEK is bouncing a little bit. But yeah, you can see WWE spiking some. Still kind of looking here. NERV looks okay. Not tradable, but gapping up about $1, so looks interesting. NERV. Alright guys, so I'm still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else. You can see CHEK starting to bounce up some at 525 now. Don't really know how I feel with this one. I guess I'm still looking at it for a short under this 487 closing price yesterday. Maybe looks good down to 450, so it'd be a decent risk reward. I could set my risk at $5 here if you want to look closer. Set my risk here at 5, get in at 487, so a 13-cent risk for a about a 30-cent reward, 32-cent reward. So that's pretty good risk reward, 2-to-1 with CHEK. So if it drops under 487, I'll definitely consider shorting it down to 457 or so. WWE spiking a little bit, up to $50. Right around 50. Well, I'm watching this one for a short still, though. FTK. CSCO. I guess I'm watching this one for a short. We'll see. BDSI. Speaking of that, I should probably get my Robinhood set up here. All right, so yeah, watching BLNK. I don't really know how I feel about BLNK. You know, like I said yesterday, I was more short bias with it, and it just steadily keeps pushing up. It's one of the crazier movers in the market. SDRL. But yeah, these are definitely my 4 main watches. Except for WWE, I might add that one too. You can see it's spiking over 50. Now went up to 50.78 and all the way back down to 50. So we'll see. Looks interesting as well. Appreciate it, D. Evan. Good morning, Eric. What's up, D. Evan? Appreciate it, man. All right, so Ken Johnson asks, what broker is best for after hours trading? You know, I don't really know, to be honest. SureTrader, I know SureTrader had good executions in after hours, and whenever I did trade in pre-market and after hours, SureTrader did have pretty good executions. You know, it's just about who's the cheapest commission wise for me. That's the only one I can ever really say, because that's the only one I've ever used, is because I have traded in SureTrader in pre-market, but that's it. I've never traded any other broker in pre-market, so I can't really tell you, honestly. TradeNet doesn't allow pre-market or after-hours trading. None of the other brokers I really use do, and so I would guess the one with the best fills is probably one of the best options to take, maybe the cheaper commissions. Alright, so we'll see if WWE can hold support over that $50 level. I want to see CHEK push up a little bit more, really. I'll give it some time, but watching JNCE under 1138 for a short. Cisco, still kind of keeping an eye on trying to find. Let me know if you guys see anything I missed. Let's see, TER, no. MBVX is a small gap. Luxo, LOXO, which is $160 stock, but it's gapping up nicely here. Big gap. Kind of like it for a short. Oh yeah, IMMU. Probably one of my main watches as well. I completely forgot about IMMU. What? IMMU is not tradable? That's ridiculous, man. That's frustrating because I kind of like shorting IMMU. And so the fact that they took this one off and it's not tradable, that's pretty aggravating. That's crazy. I don't know why they would do that. SSNC, FCSC. You can see FCSC is gapping up some. Small gap, cheap stock, small gap. Doubt I can trade it except for Robinhood. Look at BLNK tank here, down to 8. BDSI, like I said. SIFY, kind of keep an eye on it. LKM. ECYT maybe. Gapping up about $1 right now. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, that's basically it. Maybe KOSS here. Small gap. I don't know. Low volume for sure. Alright, so yeah, that's probably what I'm watching right now. I'll watch at the open, see if anything else starts to kind of move like I want it to. HEAR. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching this one for a short. It's just up so much in the last, I mean, it's in the last 4 months, this thing is up, a ridiculous amount from 164 to 20. And so I can't help but want to short it. Maybe under 18. It's had a lot of support there. So maybe if it breaks under 18, I'll think about shorting it. We'll see. It's enough for me to add it to my watch list, though. I mean, it's a better stock than FTK is. I mean, FTK just doesn't have any volume. TEUM tiny. Yeah, I kind of like TEUM. Had a nice volume spike right before the close. It's at 250 now, 249. This one used to be tradable in TradeNet. I remember. I think they took it off. Yeah, they did. Which is aggravating. If you already have a stock tradable, why not just let me trade it? Was it a split, Mitch? Was that why HEAR was up? Was it a split? Is that why it's up so much? Because if it's a split, that's completely different. Hey, unknowns, you can't get mad at yourself. That's a nice gain right there, man. From 394 to 1145. I mean, that's a nice gain. You can see WWE starting to wash now some. Broke over 50, came right back down. Watching it over this level, or around this level, 48.50. See if it bounces off of there, test 50 again, maybe. Really, I'm more short bias with it, though. Maybe down to this 46.80 level, or maybe just 46 in general. Down to here. CHEK at 517. Okay. Oh, if it was a split, that's more understandable, I think. Yeah, definitely watching Seadrill 7. Let's see if I can find anything else that's moving. DCIX here, guys. Check out DCIX. Almost missed this one. Look at this. Gapping up from 155 to 189. Really nice volume. This is kind of a shipping stock. Previous pump. What? They took DCIX off? Oh, man. TradeNet's starting to aggravate me. Why take it off? DCIX was like the alpha shipping stock for a while. Look at this move. How dare they take this off, man? They could have left it up. It would have made no difference. But frustrating. But DCIX is gapping up if you can trade it. I think I have lots of day trades on Robinhood, so maybe I will just get in it on Robinhood. Yeah, I have 2 day trades on Robinhood. So I'll just have to look at it on there. I've played around with options too much on Robinhood, though. My account's too small. I gotta add some money to it, but hey, I was trying to learn options anyway. But yeah, look at DCIX here. Nice volume spike. HTBX. Yeah, the float looks large. I mean, you can't really... The float looks large for HTBX. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it looks like... I'll check. Let me see if I can find it. But The float looks like a larger float. Let me see if I can find it from another website. $5.44 million? That can't be right. That makes no sense. This thing looks like a stock that has 500 million. You know, weird. HTBX, but yeah, DCIX, Seadrill. Look at DCI. Seadrill's dropping. DCIX pushing up. Yeah, let's see if DCIX can break this 192 level, this 194 level right here. No problem, Salty. Yeah, trading makes people super emotional. Unknown says there was someone on Stock Twist that reported here yesterday because he couldn't short it. That's crazy. Yeah, people get butthurt really easily, man. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. BOXL. Good morning, Rise. OASM. Hey, guys, I'll be right back. I have to grab something for my wife. All right, sorry about that, guys. My wife just had kind of a procedure done at the doctor, and so I had to help her out. Watching JNCE, you can see it's dropping under 12. I wish I could trade DCIX, I really do. So kind of aggravated that TradeNet doesn't offer this to trade for me. BOXL. Alright, markets opens up in about 3 minutes, guys. BOXL, I mean, I don't know the health of the company. It looks very, very similar to a pump, though. But we'll see. I mean, you just got to realize, like, for a healthy company, for a stock to go up from, let's see where it was at, 350 all the way to 1740 and then back down to 5. I mean, that's kind of what pumps do, pump and dumps. And so, you know, I don't know what it's going to do. I'm a little skeptical of it is the best way to describe it, but I'm more short biased than anything, and so, you know, I think most shorters are very skeptical people. But we'll see. Who knows? Still watching Seadrill. I know it dropped some. Bounced back. Watching to see if it continues to hold support at 50. May look to go long with it. What happened, PK? What stock did you get stuck in? All right, market opens up in a minute and a half. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough, man. What stock did you get stuck in? All right, so watching JNCE, CHEK here. Got a few other good ones. Yeah, Robinhood's free, man. That's why I don't put any substantial amount of money on Robinhood just because I'm too scared. When I first downloaded Robinhood, literally the first day I ever used Robinhood, they had it was like a blackout. Like nobody could sign in, nobody could trade, nothing was getting filled, nothing worked. You couldn't buy or sell stocks, and it was broken for like almost all of an entire day. And so that was kind of my first impression of Robinhood. I still think it's a good option if you want to put a small amount in and just play with small amounts of money. But if you're depositing anything over, you know, $500, you got to be careful, especially with Robinhood. EBIO is changing it. What's the new one? All right, market's opening up soon, guys. Market opens up in 5 seconds. SPY's down a little bit today. Here goes the open. Good luck, guys. All right, so BLNK pushing up some, CHEK dropping. WWE running up some to 50.39. Cisco bouncing right off of that low at 43 cents. WWE pushing up. DCIX starting to tank some. HEAR dropping under 18. Look at HEAR dropping. Gotta let the market calm down some like I've been doing the last few days. HEAR breaking under 18. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of resist the urge to jump in early, but I know ultimately it's better for my trading to wait for the first 10 minutes to pass. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you, I did have another losing trade on TradeNet yesterday. I got in BLNK on this low of the day break right here, I think. and it eventually just bounced all the way back. But I did have one more losing trade. I think I lost like a few bucks on it, very small loss. And so looking back on it, I'm glad I got out when I did, but I did have another losing trade on, just to be completely transparent, I did have another losing trade yesterday after the stream ended on BLNK. All right, you can see Cedro Hill breaking the pre-market high, pushing up. It's at 56.5 cents. May jump in Cedro right here. I don't know. I guess I'll wait. I was thinking about jumping in on Robinhood. Alright, so BLNK having a little bit of a washout long here. Let's see if it pushes up, breaks 850. CHEK is just kind of going sideways. Starting to push up some though. Now, HEAR broke under 18. It's bouncing back up. Looks like a washout long. At least it's trying for one. Watching it around 1850. DCIX is trying again as well. Watching JNCE, it's getting pretty close to that low at 1138. Alright, there's the washout long on CHEK. It's up to 530. Nice push. HEAR kind of doing the same thing here. Nice, Lizard. Nice trade, bro. Good job, man. Good morning, flying cameraman. MOTS. There's the break on BLNK. There's the wash. Let's see how it acts around here at 8 for BLNK. CHEK is pushing up strong here. Oh yeah, guys, appreciate the sub, Anonymous and Nayef. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome. DCIX trying to get over this this 195 level. Let's see if he can hold. Alright, so there's a pullback on Cedro. HEAR. We'll see how HEAR can act right here under 18. If it keeps finding some resistance there and washes under it, I'll consider it for a short. ECYT. Look at ECYT here. Looking decent. ECYT. IPI. DCIX. Trying here. LKM, you can see LKM, it's a little cheap penny stock, but it's starting to move here at 83 cents now. Kind of creeping up. We'll watch it. Big pullback on CHEK. We'll see if this 520 level turns into support, or if it breaks under it and washes. DCIX breaking over 2 here. See, DCIX is sitting right at 197. It reached 203. What did WWE end up doing? Right, so WWE is looking better and better for a short here. Just kind of broke under the lows. Really, I'd like to see it break under 48.50 and then hold that area as resistance. So I'll give it some time. Maybe thinking about shorting WWE. Seadrill. Still trying to push up and break that high of the day here. Reached the 59, so it did break the high of the day just now. We'll see if it continues. Big drop on CHEK here. So watching this one for a short. Let's see what the SPY is doing today. SPY is very choppy, going sideways. MOTS was halted. ECYT still moving. Alright, so like I said, I'm watching WWE for a short as well as CHEK here. CHEK cracks under 5. I'll consider shorting it, especially if it turns that previous support into resistance here. Try to get a good idea of the range. I think 50 shares would probably be best for me with this one. Alright, so waiting to see if it cracks under 5 and then that $5 level turns into resistance. I want to see that 5 level turn into resistance first. Alright, ECYT spiking up here. Alright, so it's testing 5 again for CHEK. Trying to give it that time. The only thing I don't like is this big down wick, which makes me like it a little bit less. You can see now it's spiking back up. So I'm still gonna watch it. I like it, like I said, I like it the best under 485 because the risk reward is decent. So we'll see. Gonna give it some time here, let it test. A lot of up wicks. Watching WWE, just kind of waiting for my setups. Let them come to me instead of forcing anything. Alright, so here's just been really choppy. What did Seadrill end up doing? Yeah, I've always been a little skeptical of DCIX. It's just a well-known pump, you know what I mean? And so always been a little sketchy. Kind of watching Cisco here, and I'm still kind of watching JNCE. In WWE, but looking at Cisco here, I mean, if it cracks under 43, you know, I'll definitely consider shorting it. Alright, so here's BLNK washing out under the lows here. Looks like BLNK is going to start to tank. I appreciate the sub, M. Welcome, man. CARV unhalted. Yeah, CARV is kind of grinding up some here. The only thing that makes me a little worrisome of CHEK is this big long upwick right here from 86 down up to 95. So basically a 10-cent upwick right here. Yeah, it is a 10-cent upwick. It's from 87 to 97. Look at this huge upwick. That's the only thing that kind of scares me with it. I just don't like it that much. Appreciate the sub, Kayla. Thank you. Welcome. Appreciate the sub, Matthew. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it. All right, WWE here. Watching it for this crack under this low. Maybe jump in at the low of the day break here. With a very small shear size. Just try to take a small gain out of this one. Appreciate the sub, Lizards. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. CARV. Yeah, we'll see if it flags a little bit here. CARV. We'll see if it flags and kind of continues. BZUN. Man, BZUN had a crazy push. Alright, so here goes WWE. Trying to get under those lows here. CHEK is a little bit too unpredictable for me right now. The only thing I'm worried about is like this looks a little wedgish, and if it's getting wedged here, it could very easily spike up, and so that's the only thing I'm worried about with WWE. Nice, Mitch. Alright, I'm starting to think Seadrill's done. I was just about to short it. I don't know if I would have shorted it. I was just thinking about shorting it. DCIX tanking all the way back down to 183. Alright, so there's Bison breaking the high of the day here. Trying to give everything some time. Only 15 minutes since the market opened, so definitely starting to look for some trades now that it's calmed down some. All right, here's WWE getting close to that low. FTK ants. Yeah, FTK looks okay. JNCE here. Look at this washout long on JNCE. This one looks interesting, especially if it can hold over 1250. All right, so if JNCE holds support over this 1230 area, I might jump in. All right, so I'm in JNCE with 20 shares. Gonna try to let it work a little bit. Spread's a little gnarly on it though. The only thing scared me is that up wick on it, which I guess should scare me some. We'll see. Small sizing, going to be a little bit longer term trade. See if it can continue here. I'll give it some time to hold that previous low as support. If not, I'll just jump out. You see HEAR had a nice spike as well. Alright, so yeah, I'm letting it test this 1223 area. Last chance. If not, I'm jumping out of it. The spread is just gnarly on this thing though. You can see FTK still pushing up here. Appreciate it, Ant. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. Means a lot, dude. That's awesome, man. Thanks for the super chat. Shout out to Ant with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Ant. That's awesome, dude. Appreciate the support, bro. SDR had another breakout. I must have missed it. Yeah, I'm getting too stubborn here, waiting for WWE to eventually crack under the lows. It just doesn't look like it wants to. I'm getting kind of tired of waiting for JNCE. I just don't know if it's going to continue going up. I mean, I don't think my trade idea was bad necessarily. I think it's down a ton. Hopefully it would rebound, but if it doesn't want to, it doesn't want to. Oh, there's the drop. Let it test this area one more time. All right, I'm out. That was my cue to get out. So, didn't work out. Oh well. Kind of a bummer. Bigger loss. Probably didn't really need to hold it for that long. I don't think my trade idea was bad necessarily. I think I got out when I should have. Really. You can see it broke over and had a washout long, but it was just a fake out and ended up coming back down. I think the real reason it didn't work is because I probably shouldn't have jumped in it. I don't really like long setups for that reason, and I just need to be a little bit more patient waiting for good short setups. For these reasons, long setups fail too much, and so for that, you know, I need to work on for sure is having a little bit more patience. My voice is going out. If I don't see anything I really necessarily like, I have to just have the patience to wait through it. Appreciate the sub, Pack V. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. But overall, it's a tiny loss. And really, in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm opening up a new TradeNet account Monday. I'm just waiting for some funds to come in. I'm opening up a new TradeNet account Monday. And with this TradeNet account, I still have a few $100s on it. I'll probably just start using larger sizing and just kind of documenting me using larger sizing with this one. So we'll see what happens. Look at Seadrill, big spike here. Nice spike on Seadrill. But I'm going to wait a little bit until to use that bigger sizing. What's up, McTermite? The PS IPO. What's the PS IPO? Alright, still watching CHEK here. That's probably one of my biggest watches. Look at Seadrill here, guys. Up 70 cents, up to 70 cents. Crazy move. And of course, JNCE bounces right back after I get out of it, right around the lows here. Man. What's up, Mitch? BLNK. Yeah, I mean, I'm more short biased with BLNK just because it's down so much already, but I don't trust it. It's just been spiking when it shouldn't be spiking. You know, kind of wish I could short DCIX right now. You can see DCIX is starting to drop at 179. Later, Mitch. Have a good one, man. All right, I'll check out PS, McTermite. Appreciate it, man. I haven't seen you in a while, McTermite. It's probably been a few months, huh? But yeah, I think it's just time for me to use bigger sizing. I mean, I took a loss today, had a very small loss yesterday. But the last 3 weeks have mostly been profitable. And I mean, red days are going to happen. So look at this drop on Cedro. But yeah, it might be time. I think my account would be up a lot more, obviously, if I was using larger sizing. And that the biggest thing I do need to work on, though, is I need to be able to handle my losses a little bit better. I hate losing. And so if I could handle my losses better, I think I'd be a much better trader. It's just about kind of cutting yourself off when you're having too many losses, you know? Yeah, man, Cedro, big crash. BDSI kind of having a spike here. I'll think about getting in BLNK with a short, but I think BLNK is the one that tricked me yesterday. I think the second trade. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did get into another trade yesterday. It was a small losing trade, and I feel like it was on BLNK. I feel like I jumped in at the low of the day break, and it just bounced right back quickly. There's the drop. On BLNK, cracking under the lows here at 772. Let me look at it. I'm trying to see if this was Cedro that did it to me yesterday. Yeah, you can see this. This is what got me yesterday. The 650 level. You see it cracks under the low, and then it consolidates at 50 cents and then just bounces back, never really falls. Kind of doing the same thing today, except the drop's much more significant today. So we'll see at 775, 750. Alright, so preferably what I want to see is 780 turn into resistance. And then it break the low of the day again. So that's ultimately what I'll wait for. Alright, so waiting to look to see if the 782 level turns into resistance first. RDVT. Yeah, get a nice little spike there. Starting to fall some though. Volume's a little low. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so look at CHEK here. This is I'm considering this one for a short as well. $5 turning into resistance. Let's see if we can crack under there and continue falling here. Just try to figure out a good shear size. But yeah, the only problem that I'm worried about with BLNK is I got caught in a similar bear flag looking pattern on this one yesterday. So if you see here, it did the exact same thing. Like look right here from yesterday. Broke under the lows, bounced all the way back, kept going up. Didn't really get under that point again. Right here, you can see cracked under the lows, bounced back, and just pushed right back up. So that's the only thing that's kind of concerning with it. But CHEK and BLNK are very similar right now. I'm guessing the SPY is doing something similar. No, the SPY is completely rebounding here. CHEK just has a lot of support at this 485 level. Yeah, see, BLNK did the exact same thing. This is always why I want to wait for that previous support to turn into resistance. It's because if you don't, you know, too many times, stuff's going to happen like BLNK where it just rebounds all the way back. Waiting to see if $5 turns into resistance with CHEK. Okay, so if yeah, the TVIX is washing because the SPY is dropping. The TVIX does the opposite of what the SPY does. Appreciate the sub, Amar. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, McTermite, I mean, I do find that commissions are usually what hurts my account the most. But on TradeNet, commissions are only $3 per trade, and so they're not expensive. And so I can get in with a very small share size and take small gains and, you know, still profit some. But commissions are only $3 per trade. And so per round trip, I should say. And so they're not too bad. And of course, BLMK bounces back. I don't know if I would have had the patience to hold it through. CHEK testing 5. Still trying to give it a little bit of time here. But yeah, like I said, McTermite, I'm getting another TradeNet account, and when I do, I'll probably use bigger sizing. It's about time. Like today's not a great day, obviously, but the last 3 weeks, I've had only a few losing days. And so Seadrill starting to spike, break the high of the day. And so I think it's that time for me to use bigger sizing. I think I'll do a little bit better. I just have to get used to it, and that's the biggest thing in trading. Is that I just have to get used to the bigger sizing. If I get used to larger sizing, I think I would do pretty well. But trading's tough, man. It takes years to do. It takes years to be a successful, profitable trader. You know. Right, exactly, McTermite. So yeah, that's the biggest problem I have with it, and that's kind of what's leading me to want to use bigger sizing. But really, with TradeNet, it's more just practicing, man. Like I'm just trying to get my setups and patterns down first, more than anything. And so once I do that, I'll use bigger sizing. But TradeNet is just kind of a means to an end, you know. Of course, I'd love to build my TradeNet account up, but most of it is just it's just me learning how to trade. I'm still a new trader for the most part. Been trading regularly for less than a year. And so, you know, I'm just trying to learn how to trade consistently. And once I do that, then I'll try to up my sizing and take bigger gains. But I need that consistency first. And I would rather extend my account by taking small losses than, you know, lose my account really quickly by taking larger losses. But yeah, like in the last 3 weeks, I think I've had about 66% accuracy. 5 out of 15 days have been losing days. 10 out of 15 have been winning days after today. And so not too bad. You know, pretty good accuracy really. And so now it's kind of at that point where it's like I've been consistent, and I just need to work on. I just need to get used to using bigger sizing is the biggest thing. If I could get used to using bigger sizing, then I think I would do pretty well. So it's just about having the guts to use bigger sizing. The biggest problem I run into is that whenever I use larger sizing, like if I'm using small sizing, I don't have any problem with holding the stock and letting it work for me. Where if I'm using bigger sizing, I usually get kind of scared out of the trade because I see that P&L start to rack up, and so I get nervous and just exit the trade too soon, and then it goes in my direction. And so I just have to work on having that emotional tolerance of holding my bigger sizes. WWE bouncing back. The other problem I really run into is that I don't have enough patience to wait for good setups. Like I probably shouldn't have jumped in JNCE, but I got impatient and wanted to jump in something. And so that's kind of why I have that losing trade for today. And so if I could work on those two things, which I think bigger sizing might actually help. If I'm using bigger sizing, I think I'm definitely going to be a little bit more patient with my setups as opposed to just kind of jumping in because I have to, you know. Right. I mean, and that makes sense. Like, I think it's all kind of the road to becoming profitable. You got to, of course, I look at how many profitable days I've had and how many losing days I've had, but I don't pay attention to my P&L as much. Once I use bigger sizing, that's kind of when my P&L is going to be much more important. And so that way I can kind of understand how much commissions are truly hurting me and how much I could really take out of the market when I do have profitable days like that. I have a lot of confidence in my setups, and just because I've been doing pretty well. Like, before the last 2 days, I only had a few losing days in the last 3 weeks. And so if I can do that, obviously I can take bigger gains out of the market with bigger sizing, but it's just about whether I'm comfortable using that larger sizing. And it takes time, man. Trading, I don't care what anybody says. I know gurus out there, all the trading gurus will sit there and tell you, if you buy their course or if you enter their chat room, you could turn 5,000 into $1 million in 3 weeks or whatever they want to say. But that's just not true. It takes years and years to become a profitable trader. And most of the time, the people that are claiming to do that, they're not letting you watch them live. You know what I mean? They are just, there's two ways they're doing it. They're either not letting you watch them live and then just kind of claiming to do it, or they have large enough chat rooms to where they can legitimately pump up stocks. And so they can buy a position and then tell all of their followers, hey, I'm about to jump in Seadrill, for example. And then all of their followers jump in while they're already holding that position before they even claim to be. And then all their followers kind of pump up the stock and they sell it into the spike, profiting from it. You know what I mean? And so, you have to be very careful with a lot of the gurus out there, because even if they are profitable, their profits aren't necessarily legitimate just because they're using their followers to pump up the stocks. And so you got to be careful with all of those things. That's why I try to be as transparent as possible. I'm still a new trader. I let people watch me live. I have nowhere near close to the amount of people I would need to pump up any position I'm in. I just don't have enough followers to do that. And so you're legitimately just watching me trade live to see how I do. If I lose, I lose. You can watch me lose live, and that's fine. If I win, I win. You can watch me win live. But my wins and my losses are legitimate. If I say I'm on a good streak, a green streak, it's actually a legitimate streak. I'm not pumping it up for my followers. I'm not, faking it. This isn't paper trading. Like, I'm not legitimately trading and letting people watch. And so I think that's why my channel's growing fast, is because people see value in that, EGY. Oh yeah, look at EGY here, starting to spike. EGY is not tradable in trade none, unfortunately, and I think it's a little bit done. I don't know if I really like it. Dominic Quinto says, thoughts on Warrior trading? Does Ross pump? Honestly, I don't know. I know that Warrior trading, I like their, they have a bunch of really good free courses on YouTube, like a really good, really nice free courses on YouTube. And so I can't say whether they pump or not. I've never really been there to see it. I don't really know, to be honest. I know a few other ones that I'm not going to say any names, but I know a few other of the gurus for sure pump up stocks. But for Warrior trading, I don't really know. I don't like saying names, but to be honest, I really don't know. I know there is some value in Warrior trading just because their free online courses are legitimate and you can learn some just by searching their free day trading courses on YouTube. I do like those. But as for whether they pump up stocks, I don't know, honestly. All right, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on JNCE here. I know I had a losing trade going long with this one, but it had a lot of support right here. And so if it breaks underneath this, I may consider shorting it. Maybe down to 1190. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I try to be as transparent as possible, you know. I think, you know, it's really tough for new traders because there's a lot of charlatans out in the trading world, you know. A lot of people just, especially like penny stock promoters, just pumping up stocks. And it's really tough to find like legitimate people. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not even an expert here. Like, I'm still a new trader. I've only been trading for 11 months now, regularly, every day. So I'm still new. But I try to be as transparent as possible and let people watch how it really is for a new trader. You know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or give you kind of a ideal version of what trading's like, because trading's tough. It takes years and years to learn. It's not going to be something that you pick up immediately, regardless of what any other course or guru or promoter says. It's not something that you just pick up instantly. You know, you might be lucky in the beginning, but eventually that luck will come around, and you'll see it's really not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. LeBron, dog. Yeah, I like LeBron, man. I'm not hating on LeBron. Seadrill, Vicky. Yeah, I'm watching Seadrill. The only thing I don't like about it is it broke this high right here at around 71 cents. And it only went up 3 more cents and then it failed. So I don't know how much farther it's going to go. Yeah, people do like free. My wife is sitting there telling me maybe I should charge for my streams and charge for my channel and charge for my chat room. And I kind of quoted, I don't know if anybody's ever seen The Social Network, but you know, in The Social Network, that guy Eduardo was trying to put advertisements on Facebook when it was first started. Appreciate the sub, Danny. And everybody kept telling him, you know, the thing you have going for you is that it's cool and ads aren't cool, you know. And so that's kind of what I feel about my channel. I think the thing I have going for me is it's free and charging people isn't cool. And so, you know, I think I'll lose a bunch of followers if I start charging people. And I get enough, I get enough to make it worthwhile from YouTube and from donations. And so, you know, it's still worth it for me. I'm not going to charge anybody. CARV. Yeah, watching it over 780 level. It's got a big range, really big range today. It's up from 4 to 8. And so 100% gain on this one today. Really big range, kind of tough for me to take that sizing with it. Yeah, like I said, I wish I could have shorted DCIX here. This is kind of a picture perfect short. Yeah, I've seen him before. I don't know how I feel about him. I don't know enough about him to really say. All right, there's J and CE drop. Looking for a little pop on JNCE to get in. See if it finds support at 12. Yeah, CHEK watching it around 5:15 here. Keeping an eye on JNCE, seeing if it breaks under 12 here, may jump in under the whole dollar break. Right, for sure, insurance. I definitely agree on that. If people don't do the research, I mean, the best way, I know I've described it before, the best way I can describe some of these guru followers is they're like followers of a pyramid scheme. You know, I don't know if you've ever tried to talk somebody out of doing a pyramid scheme, but they will defend it until death. They will endlessly defend the pyramid scheme because it hurts too much to acknowledge that they're getting ripped off. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of the same thing with a lot of these guru followers. They'll defend them until death because it hurts too much to acknowledge that they may be getting taken advantage of by the guru. You know, so they'll just endlessly defend it. And so that's the best way I can describe it, is like a follower of a pyramid scheme. You know, it hurts too much to be introspective and think about what's really going on, you know, which is kind of human nature. Very quick drop, and JNCE kind of bombed. Let's see if it pushes up and tests 12. Hey, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. If you think about it, I've tried to talk tons of people out of being in pyramid schemes. I really have. Like on Facebook, I see tons of my friends getting involved in pyramid schemes, and they will defend it and just never say a bad word about it. It's because it hurts too much for them to really acknowledge the fact that they're getting taken advantage of, you know? And at that point, it's kind of like if they want to be gullible, you just kind of got to let them be gullible. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can really do. See you, PK. Have a good one, man. Good luck. I hope you can get out of whatever you're trying to get out of, man. Yeah, I had a few friends that were involved in it, and it's like I said, I tried to talk them out of it, but they were just not hearing it. I could show them articles that are like, look, less than 1% of people in this quote unquote multi-level marketing company make money. Less than 1%. You know, do you really think you're going to be in that 1% that makes money? Highly doubtful, you know, and they just don't want to hear it because it, like I said, it hurts too much for them to sit there and think about it. You know what I mean? It hurts too much. It's really hard for a person to be introspective in something that they are involved in, that they have spent money and time and emotions getting involved in. It's really hard for people to be introspective about that type of stuff. And so it's really hard. And so in turn, they just defend it. They just defend it. They'll never say a bad word about them. They'll never really think about it clearly because they have too much invested in that, you know? Right, selling dreams, Mitch. Exactly, man. All right, so I'm still kind of waiting for JNCE here. I want to see it get rejected at 12. I don't want to see it push up more. If it pushes up more at 12, I'll probably just forget about it. All right, so yeah, it's bouncing back up to 12.15. Don't like it anymore. Probably just going to forget about it now. Unless it gets a hard rejection here and breaks under 12 again. I do like those up wicks for a short, so we'll see. Going to be a little bit more patient. I'm taking the day off from work. I don't have to go do anything or get books today, and so I can keep the stream going a little bit longer since I don't have much else to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting to see, like, really preferably, I'd like to see it hold underneath 12 and then break under here. Because if it does this, it's a good risk-reward trade. You could comfortably set your risk. Even if you set your risk at this low right here, it's still a good risk-reward trade. Your risk can be set at 12, your reward down to 11.70. So good risk-reward trade regardless. 10-cent risk for a, let's see, 92.70, 20-cent reward. So 2 to 1. But it's got to get rejected at 12 first. And so still looks like it's struggling at 12. And then if it does crack under there, there's still always that possibility that it could break under the low of the day, and that's kind of what that would be the ideal setup, really. But yeah, with this channel, like, I'm glad my channel is growing as fast as it is. Every stream, I get a bunch of new subscribers. It's just something I'm passionate about. Like, I love trading, you know. If I didn't love trading, I wouldn't do this for free every morning, you know. So I'm glad it's growing like it is. We'll see how far it can go. You know, I have been getting messages from sponsors, and so I may start taking in some sponsors here. I have been getting a few messages from sponsors wanting me to make videos, so may start accepting some of their offers here. Still kind of waiting. I want it to grow a little bit more first. Trying to patiently wait for JNCE. It depends on how well that support at $12 does. Also kind of keeping an eye on WWE here. See how it acts at 50. Yeah, me too, dog. We'd all be rich if we could do that, man. Hey, not too bad, insurance. See you, man. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, bro. Appreciate the $5 donation, Ant, if you're still here, man. Appreciate it. Everybody go check out Ant's channel. I forgot to do that. I'll consider it a favor if you go check out Ant's channel. Let me get the link here. It's called The Green Scene. Yeah, but go check out Ant's channel. It's called The Green Scene. My boy Ant. Go check it out. I consider it a favor if you subscribe to it. So go check out his channel. Really cool videos. They review music videos and stuff like that. So go subscribe to Ant's channel. There's the link in the comments. DNR. I mean, I don't like, for liability reasons, I don't like telling people what to do. But I mean, it's up so much already. Nice little grind up here. We'll see. I really don't know. It may be a little overextended and start to tank though. Just because it's been moving up non-stop since the open. But we'll see. All right, so JNCE starting to test 12 again. Yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I'll record this JNCE trade if I do decide to get into it, and I'll include that video in my watch list video that I post later on today. And so yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it if you do. I day trade live every weekday morning at 8:45 a.m. market time, and I go until about 10:30 market time. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to watch me day trade live every weekday. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'd consider it a favor if you click the like button on this video, guys. So if you do want to help support us, I appreciate it if you click the like button right now in this video. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Good luck. Everybody click that like button. I really appreciate it if you do.